welcome to our show. I'm your host Salma Fuad, and today we'll be discussing Revival's hosting of Cinema 30, the changes in the athletic departments, Scoop's Researcher Awards, AUC celebrating Christmas, SU Lounge opening, and finally the music program at AUC. Later, we'll be having an interview with Mashroua Khair head Ines El Salmawi with our host Sari Muntasir. For the first time in Egypt and the Middle East, AUC's Revival Charity Club hosts a black and white theater performance called Cinema 30 in the Basili Auditorium. Cinema 30 is a play performed by students from Ain Shams University. All the characters and the set design are painted and covered by white and grey colors to give the effect of an old black and white movie. Revival Club put together this event to collect donations for homeless people through the money that was brought in from selling the play of the tickets.
النهارده ريفايفل احياء في الجامعه الامريكيه استضاف سينما 30 اول مسرحيه اول اديشن في مصر. هدف الايفنت كان ريزنج دونيشنز للهوملس بيبل في القاهره، والحمد لله الناس اللي مسكوا وعملنا دونيشنز كويسه للناس اللي.
The 2-hour-long play revolves around topics such as love, pain, death, and politics. The performance brought laughter as well as tears to many of the 250 audience members that were present. Revival Club is planning to bring the play back soon to AUC to give one more chance to the people who missed seeing it. A noticeable change occurred in the athletic departments in AUC since last year, due to the addition of the communication office that made sports in the university more Americanized. The communication office is responsible for marketing all the athletic events on social media, on their own website, and to the public. The first thing the office did was create a catchy logo that athletes would recognize and be the image of the athletic department. The office also aims to tell people the story of the AUC athletes that nobody knew about.
I feel that this year the athletes and the kids in general, they started realizing and taking ownership of their place in the athletics of AUC. I mean, they want to be better. They're more passionate. They're more organized. They attend more practices. We have more people turning out for tryouts than before. People want to become kids. They want to become athletes in AUC, even kids who haven't been athletes before.
The communication office promotes all the efforts the Office of Athletics do to motivate athletes, like having the title of Athlete of the Week, running through both spring and fall semesters, and organizing a sports banquet to reward athletes and teams that win every year. The Office of Communications' vision is to change the image of college athletics in Egypt and in the region as it is in America and Europe. Department of Psychology at the American University in Cairo received the Elsevier Scopes Researcher Awards of 2019. The Scopus Researcher Awards are part of a global Elsevier's initiative to advance the frontiers of science across a broad range of disciplines. It recognizes and rewards researchers and scientists for their outstanding work that they bring to society. Dr. Gabriel was given the award to his work of research in the field of education, and Dr. Amir was awarded for her research in the field of psychology. Young Sik Chi, chairman of the board of directors of Elsevier's company, attended the ceremony along with various credited professors, university presidents, and ministers from Egypt. The AUC celebrates the Christmas with creative decorations and uses them to spread joyous vibes across the campus. For this year's Christmas, the AUC displayed a Christmas tree created from plastic bottles to raise awareness about plastic consumption. The tree is made of 10,000 plastic bottles, which constitutes only 15% of the monthly plastic consumption on campus.
Fascinating how this tree was built. It shows how the AUC community thinks about the environment and how much time and effort they have put to make such a tree, and that everyone is talking about it and everyone is talking about how sustainability is very important in AUC.
The project was designed, executed, and coordinated by alumnus of the graphic design program at AUC. Ahmed Rifai was the execution designer, and Suhaila Hlal was the project coordinator, and it was overseen by Bahia Shafi. AUC has decorated more parts of the campus with other different decorations to spread the Christmas vibes and joy all over the campus. In assistance of the students finding their comfortable studying space prior to finals week, The reopening of the Student Union Lounge at the American University in Cairo is taking place on December 2nd of this fall semester. Reopening it on a high, fun note, studying aside, the opening comes along with a PlayStation and ping pong competition. The fully furnished and themed study and activity SU Lounge is located underneath the administration building.
So I've been coming to the AC Lounge since its opening in 2017. I don't usually come here to study, but I also come here to chill and to watch Netflix, listen to music, and I really believe it's my second home.
The lounge appeals to everyone with its 3 different areas, each with its own theme and purpose, such as the Dahab area for artistic activities and the Qahwa area for reading and unwinding, and the PlayStation area. The music program at AUC presents Cairo Impro, a group of musicians with a common interest and taste of music who present an unconventional type of music using natural sounds. Almost half of the Malak Garb Theatre at the PVA was equipped with the audience. One of the musicians started to give a talk about the 2 years of gathering the material for this new form of music. Cairo Impro started to perform in front of the quiet audience who were listening thoroughly to the unique type of music with no interactions as they were watching the show.
Performance, I had the very strange feeling of confusion of the type of performance, but as it went on, I began to notice a certain musical pattern through the performance. I could feel the vibe of the music.
As the show came to an end, the performers improvised some sounds together to form a new musical piece. That's all we have for you today for our news bulletin, but stay tuned for our interview segment coming up next. I'm your host, Salma Fouad, and thank you for watching.
Welcome back to the show. With us today is an AAC student who has a mission to help with community service in Egypt, Ines Salamoni. Ines Salamoni is the head of the Make-A-Wish committee in the student-run club to give back to our Egyptian community, Mashrou' Khair. Mashrou' Khair creatively and sustainably helped those in need through a human-centric approach. Ines is an inspiration to all, and it's an honor to have you on our show. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here.
So, Ines, first of all, let me ask you, what is your major?
I'm an IMC major.
So you're an IMC major. This is your 3rd year, I presume?
Yes.
So how did you enter Mashrou' Khair?
I already knew about Mashrou' Khair before coming to AUC. So it was always like a dream to enter once I go into university, to go into Mashrou' Khair. So I came to university and I applied and I got accepted.
So it's been a plan of yours to enter it since the beginning.
Yes.
So what ignited you to enter, or why did you enter Mashrou' Khair?
Before going into university, I've always done community service with school, so I wanted to continue this hobby, and that's why I chose Mashrou' Khair.
So you've always been interested in giving back to the community and helping those in need. Yes. So that's one of the things that really ignited you to
this. Exactly.
So before we get into details, so can you please tell me what is Mashrou' Khair?
So Mashrou' Khair is a student-based club. We focus on giving back and raising awareness to make people more aware of giving back to their community by doing the smallest actions.
So how long has been Mashrou' Khair around working and helping the community service with people?
I think it's been around for almost 5 to 6 years.
So it's basically not that old. So how many members are there in it right now, including you?
Overall, the whole crew is, I think we're about 70 members.
So what is the main goal and the main purpose for Mashrou' Khair?
The main purpose is, again, just raising awareness on how very small contributions can go a very long way. This is even our slogan, a little khair goes a long way. And this is really what it is.
So yeah, it has a huge purpose and it really does help with the community. Yeah. So what is the main committees? So I know you understand you have a lot of committees. One of the committees that you're in is the Make-A-Wish committee.
Yes, exactly.
So I know you have a few committees. So can you please explain them to me? Can you tell me the committees you have and what do they do each?
So briefly, we have 4 committees. There's Make-A-Wish, School Up, and 007, and Project X. So, and Make-A-Wish. Did I say Make-A-Wish? Anyways,
Yes.
Make-A-Wish is basically, we go to orphanage and we try to make the kids' wishes come true.
Okay.
So the whole semester, we stay in the same orphanage. We go and we collect their wishes, and by the end of the semester, we try to make them come true. School Up is technically just focusing on how they go to schools and they help with their education. They renovate the schools. 007 is a committee where they help doing collabs with other entities in university.
Okay. So how long have you been in this committee? Since you started, or?
Yes, since I started, I've been in Make-A-Wish committee.
Okay. So how long have you been in Mashroع Khair basically overall?
Since I started university.
So since you started, so that was like about 3 years
Yes.
ago. So since you've been in the Make-A-Wish committee, what is one of the things or the Make-A-Wishes that you did that really you always memorize and remember?
There's one of the semesters we didn't go to an orphanage. We went to a hospital, which was so much more effective because the kids don't move on their beds. It was very personal. It's like a very one-on-one, and they always remember you because you go every single week and they wait for you to come because you're with them during the process of
That's really
healing.
amazing.
Yeah.
That's really amazing. Well, unfortunately, that's all the time we have for our questions today. Ines, thank you so much for joining us today. It was a pleasure. And it was a true pleasure to have you, and you deserve all the success. And let's hope that more students can join and help you in this wonderful organization.
Definitely.
I'm your host, Sari Muntasir, and thank you for joining us today.